Hi there, everyone. It's Gordon here again. Just thought I'd share with you something I've just recently discovered about working from home. Clearly, we are in times when people are increasingly working from home, and I'm sure some of you have wondered whether there's any tax relief that you can get for costs that you incur while working from home. Historically, the answer's always been pretty much no. But going forward, actually, I may have some good news for you. Let's see. Let's start with the old rules, the bad news. I've put in statutory references. Don't be put off by this. You don't need to worry about this. Just thought there may be one or two tax buffs out there who might like it. The rules historically have always said, I say historically, for the last 9 years, if you're employed and your employer asks you to work from home, then your employer could pay you up to £4 a week tax free to cover the cost, a bit of extra heating, wear and tear on the furniture, that sort of thing. And that was approved by that section you can see there of the Income Tax Earnings and Pensions Act of 2003. However, the kicker about that, and why in most cases it was pretty useless, was that that only applied if the employer paid you that as a working from home allowance, and unfortunately most employers didn't pay it. Now, technically, you could still claim under a different section in ITPA for costs incurred, but there were a string of conditions. You needed detailed records about the costs you'd incurred, and bottom line, people didn't claim because it was just too difficult and you weren't going to succeed most of the time. So there was the old bad news. So what's changed? Well, two things. The first one is that the £4 a week tax-free allowance has actually gone up to £6 a week. Now, again, for most people on its own, that wouldn't have been any good. However, there has just been an announcement from government to say that from April 2020, if your employer doesn't pay you this amount, which most employers don't, you can now claim it as a flat rate deduction against your income. So if you are required to work from home, which many people are now, you can claim a tax relief, which is a deduction from your income of up to £6 a week, without any records, without any proof. Now, how much is that going to be worth? Well, it depends if you're a basic or a higher rate payer. For a basic rate payer, it'll be worth £1.20 a week. For a higher rate payer, it's £2.40 a week. Okay, it's not a fortune, but it's money and it's worth having. So get it claimed. Which then begs the question, how do you claim it? Well, if you fill in a self-assessment tax return, then you can do it on there. But for most people who don't do a self-assessment tax return, you can just claim it online. And if you go to that reference on the gov.uk website, it's an online form P87 technically, and you can just click through there. You have to have an online login, and you can claim the relief online. If you haven't got an online login, you can always try ringing Revenue and Customs, and I've given you the phone number there. Good luck. I hope you get some money back.